Fellow collective, we're going to do, what has your person learned about you? Okay. Spirit, what has the collective's person learned about them? Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Queen of Wands reversed. The Three of Swords reversed. Right out the gate, they've learned that you can actually live without them and that you're actually capable of moving on. They always thought, and this is partial download as well, but they always thought that you were like more in love or more obsessed or just couldn't do without them. And they're realizing that you can function just fine. And they took you for granted in that sense because they thought you would always be there. And then there's still this part of them with this Wheel of Fortune reversed that they think you'll spin the block, but they've learned that like it's truly at your discretion. It's not how they thought, which would be like you having moments of weakness and you struggling. Like they're kind of, I just heard busted and disgusted at how little they thought of you in the sense of like underestimating you. The Queen of Wands reversed, they're realizing that they're losing at their own game. And this Three of Swords reverse, yeah, they're losing at their own game. A huge thing that they learned is that they can't live without you. They can't move on. But you, whether you moved on or not, which you probably haven't if you clicked on this video, but whether you moved on or not, it doesn't matter. You look like you've moved on, and they've learned that they underestimated you. Okay. The World reversed. They've learned, even though the question is what they've learned about you, they've learned that they do want this. They want you guys to come out of no contact, to come out of the ending. Exactly. The Nine of Swords reverse. They don't want to suffer anymore. Their energy is coming through very, very thick, even though the question is what they've learned about you. And the reasons they're coming through so thick is because what they've learned about you has caused them to reflect and realize things about themselves. So one, extremely selfish person, extremely selfish, because the fact that I can see what they're saying, but it's through the lens, the filter of themselves, right out the gate, they're selfish, okay? And you are a walking tower moment for them, because being without you and the absence of you has caused them to go inward, but it's still this very, very selfish lens of me. I didn't think she could live without me. Let me reevaluate myself. That's, I don't know, to me that's gross. Okay. And the Ten of Pentacles reverse, exactly. It's all reversals. They feel like I fumbled the ball and I saw like a FIFA soccer ball, but it's more than that. Like the selfishness here is overwhelming and it's disgusting. I'm not gonna lie to you, because yes, it's like a very good they miss you read, but it's just from such a retrospective place of, I just keep hearing absence, having to sit with your absence. They're forced to look at themselves just because you haven't returned. Or if you have returned, you dip. You're just like, I'm good. You've just been moving in such an unpredictable way to them, and you seem so okay that it's forcing them to look at themselves. 1 second here. Okay. What hidden feelings have they never confessed? Whoa, a lot came out. Let's try it again. Thank you, Spirit. What hidden feelings? Whoa. Okay, thank you. The Queen of Cups. Listen, that they're in love with you. The Magician, that they were playing games. The Five of Pentacles, that they want to come out of the cold. They want to take the offer that you once offered them, which is your love, relationship, commitment, stability, waking up to them every day. And they want to confess that they regret walking away from the emotional connection. I'm told one more. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And that they want to offer their Ace of Pentacles to you. Top of the deck. I'm hearing two from the top, but we're going to look at it. A relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget the question. What hidden feelings do they want to confess to you? Not only that they want a relationship, they acknowledge that the way they moved was abusive. Whether it was emotionally abusive, verbally abusive, it doesn't matter. They acknowledge that they were manipulative and that they know what they were doing. So I would like to recap, only because I don't like this mother effer. Okay? My mic turned off. Hopefully y'all heard all that. Okay. What would they like to confess that they haven't said to you? The Queen of Cups. There's a double up in here, meaning here that they're in love with you, but that they wish they had your love back. There's a lot of channeling here because I feel like I'm trying not to cry. That they wish they had your love back. But it's more than that with this Queen of Cups. It's like they wish they had you taking care of them again. Like they loved the way you loved them. Because I'm getting two stories with that. For some of you, it's as simple as they miss your love and that they love you. It's very like, and yes, they miss the way you love them, but it's like a true, like, clean statement. And then for others of you, it's they miss how much you loved them, how obsessed you are with them. See how I was saying, like, this person's, it's all being filtered through a very, very selfish lens. But essentially, they would say, I'm in love with you. I see now how much you loved me and how much you did for me, right? They would say, the Magician, I was playing mind games. I was playing all the goddamn time. Even if I was a good actor, actress, I was playing mind games. And the Five of Pentacles, I want to come out of the cold. Ain't shit been right since we've parted. But also the wanting to come out of the cold, it's like the weight of no contact is fucking with them. It's fucking with them. Because they can't process how okay you seem to them. Again, whether you're okay or not, irrelevant. But you seem okay. You seem, I don't know if you've ever heard the expression, oh, I'm Gucci. You seem Gucci. Like, you seem you're good. And it's fucking with them. So to me, it reeks of... This is Jessica talking now. This is me talking as a person, okay? This isn't like download or tarot reading. To me, it reeks of... you validate my value, or not validate my value. Well, I mean, that makes sense. You validate what I believe about myself. So not having you tripping over me is like, am I not as valuable as I thought? And it's making them spiral. But that's Jessica's 2 cents. Back to the reading, okay? The other thing that they would confess is the Eight of Cups. Regardless if recent parting of ways, you ended it, it doesn't matter. Overall, they did not choose you. My mic keeps going off. I didn't charge it. Overall, they did not choose you, and they walked away from the emotional investment. They walked away from not just your love, but like the life that you were offering together, and that they deeply regret that because they left all their cups behind, right? They moved on only to find out, I heard the grass wasn't greener. Child. What they would say, what they would confess, the Ace of Pentacles, you were my everything. You were my everything. At the top of the deck, what's visible would be I want a relationship with you. And although this is like a conflict card, they're basically saying, I want a relationship with you. I don't want to fight anymore. And the fighting isn't that you guys are fighting right now. It's more, see, this is gross to me. They view y'all's silence as a standoff. They view it as a standoff. Maybe not as aggressive as that sounds, where people are like, I just feel like a standoff sounds like a wild western film, you know, where people are like hand on the holster, like waiting. So it's not as aggressive as it sounds, but it is a true standoff in their mind. And because you haven't circled the block and been like falling apart over them, at least to their perception, they're just like, listen, I don't want to do this no more. You win. But I feel in the ether that it's not a standoff for you. Like, you're really, truly trying to move on is what I heard. Okay. Spirit, show us the collective's energy. Oh, dang, that came right out. Look, the first thing that came out, Six of Pentacles. You overgave, and you're sick of it. Fucking sick of it. Seven of Pentacles. You want to be done with this. You want to emotionally walk away, be done with it. Why? Because not only did they betray you, they played in your face. And in addition to that, they were strategic about it. So I just heard every manipulation, they didn't get away with it the way they thought. Like, you're not naive. I heard, I knew what you were doing the whole time. So even though they think they were slick, they weren't. You knew what was happening the whole time, which made the betrayal, the leaving is what I heard, the emotional abandonment and the physical abandonment significantly worse. Because it's like, sir, ma'am, you were never bamboozling me. You were never pulling the wool over my eyes. I was letting you get away with things for the sake of staying together. And you're just in this state of like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Sick of this, granddad. You ever seen that movie Holes? And you're sick of overgiving. Like, there's so much shame here with that card that I have to say to you, like, please don't be ashamed. Like, you did what you could with the emotional heaviness and the emotional weight that you were carrying. And sometimes that is overgiving and surrendering to be manipulated. Not because it's the best option, but because it feels like it's the only option. So please don't think there's anything to be ashamed of, because there's not. Like, once you, I feel like there's the saying, once you know better, you do better. And I don't really believe if that's true. I think once you know better and you can do better, you do. Because life isn't that simple sometimes. You know what I mean? Okay, still back to how the collective feels. The Magician reverse. Stop fucking playing with me, y'all. Y'all, like, what did I just get done saying? Y'all are, not only are you sick of the games, you knew you was being manipulated. I think that's what pisses you off and does carry some shame, like, regarding, because you feel, I keep hearing they got away with it. So you feel like they got away with something, playing in your face, the betrayal, something, okay? Insert what fits, because it is a collective. And this Magician reverse, there's this anger on this card because, again, I said it already, they think they got away with bamboozling you, and you're just like, you never pulled the wool over my eyes. I always knew what was happening. I even heard my spirits were, oh, I just got chills. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. My spirits would talk to me. So even if you didn't have physical proof, in the intuition realm, in the dream realm, whispers, you name it, I just got chills again, you were getting downloads. You already knew, like, okay. The Death card. Yeah, you want to be done with this. You want to be done with this. Stop playing with me. You're over here like, stop. The Six of Wands reversed. See, that's quite interesting. I want you to look at this image. We have the Death upright and the Six of Wands reversed. Do you see how he's going in one direction and he's going in the other? You feel incredibly stuck in this. because you carry so much shame, because you carry so much resentment, so much anger, anger at yourself, anger at them, anger at your overgiving, anger at your staying, anger at allowing manipulation to occur when you knew, because you feel like they think you're Boo Boo the Fool and you're not. And you just want to be, for lack of a better phrase, dead and done with this. But the reality is, you're not. You're very much still in this and still very, very stuck. The Page of Cups. You're stuck because you're waiting for an apology. But I also heard you're also waiting for a love declaration. This is me as a person now. I feel like you want them to profess their love as confirmation that it wasn't just you. But at the same time, you kind of just want the apology. Because, like, I heard something today that, it was a poem. I can't quote the poem, but it was something to the effect of, I don't want an I love you. I want the sorry, and I want to look in your eyes and know you mean it. Because that version of you, I'm getting choked up, that version of you with the hurt in your eyes as you apologize would be enough for me to know you do love me. And that's what it feels like for you on this one. Okay. Yeah, you're stuck. You got the Four of Cups. You're stuck in a motherfucker. Spirit, what do you want the collective to do since they're stuck? Thank you. Queen of Cups and the Devil. God damn. Spirit did not hold back. Spirit is saying that the only way out of this, because look, she's sitting away from the devil, and I believe this to be Adam and Eve, because you're obsessed. You're waiting. You sit around waiting for communication. That ding to me on my phone, it reads to me as every time your phone goes off, you're just like, is it them? Is it them? Like, you're waiting for something because you can feel their sadness, their regret. You just feel their heavy emotions. You guys are very connected, okay? There's definitely a soul tie here. It might be a karmatic. It's reading like a karmatic, but there is a soul tie of some sort here. So you can feel them. So your brain is saying, well, obviously they're going to reach out, but it's also because you're incredibly obsessed with them. And Spirit is saying to you, the only way to not be obsessed is to love thyself. Don't forget the Queen of Cups. She has the largest chalice in the entire arcana. I say it every time because she has the largest capacity for love. So Spirit is saying, this is one of my favorite quotes and it always pisses me off. And I just heard it for you. Okay. Everyone that you abandon yourself for will eventually abandon you. Because everyone is a mirror. Ever since I heard that quote, that fucks with me. And it's especially a soul tie. This is reading like a karmatic heavily. Spirit is saying the only way to break free of these chains is to choose yourself and to love yourself more than you love them. And I know that feels impossible. Like, I feel your heart chakra like stuck, right? I know that feels impossible. So you're gonna have to, as a collective, determine what that means. Whether it's return to childlike whimsy and, I don't know, go sit by the lake and draw, or whether that means start going to metal concerts. See, that ding again resonates to me so deeply. That's your obsession. Is it them? Is it them? That's how it felt to me. And I'm like, who? It's this reading. Damn. Okay. Spirit, give us one more message. Thank you. The Knight of Wands. I know part of your curiosity of letting them go, and you wonder this also about themselves, about that person. Yes, they still have your photographs and enjoy them, is how I'm going to word that, okay? They want to rush in for this reason, adult reasons. They still enjoy that part, even if it's memory photographs. But so do you, because you're obsessed, and that's okay. That's okay. Like, we don't judge over here. We just call it how it is. But you definitely still do the same. Y'all are mutual in that sense. Because I know you've been wondering. But if they do rush in, just know they might lead with that. Or not. I mean, who knows? But that's Spirit's closing message. There's a lot of fire here between you guys. A lot of fire energy. A lot of water too. Yeah, there's a lot of fire here. Y'all take care, pleasure yourselves to them, and they do it as well. Okay, that's what I have for you guys. Please take care of yourselves, guys. And just as importantly, take care of each other. Okay, guys? Bye.